Yes, good morning, Nigerians. Good afternoon, my lovely people, country Nigeria. Yes, it's another new day and with another new story. First of all, I really want to ask. I hope we are all doing well. I hope we are all taking all the necessary measure that we are supposed to take in this difficult time. And I believe that God is going to help us. Very soon, all these things will be over. Today I'm directing this video especially to our Nigerian youth and also to our Nigerian government. We know that we all put the blames on Nigerian government and all that, but forgetting that we as a citizen, as a youth, we have a role to play in this whole issue of epidemic. And please, before I go further, I quickly want to address this issue concerning the incident that took place yesterday in Abuja in the office of Accountant General of the Federation. And the thing is very, very shocking. When I heard the story, when I heard the news, and when I saw it online, I was very, very shocked. Among all the whole building, why is it that the office of the Accountant General is the one that gets burned? And how come did the fire get into the office? This is a very big question, and I heard that, yes, I read it, I gave some information, a brief conference that all the documents are intact, all the money have been deposited in different accounts with CBN and all that, all the record and account, that just a few documents that was born. We know, and we know that tomorrow another story will come up. And last video I talked about how Nigerians, citizens, donate money to federal government and all that. And so far so good. Now they are not be able to account for those money that have been donated to fight this issue of coronavirus of a thing. And I was shocked when I saw it in the news that NCDC have come up to say that they have spent almost 1 billion naira for SMS just to educate Nigeria. And I began to ask myself, how can you spend 1 billion naira just for an SMS to educate the citizen? And these people you say you're educating, they are in their house. Some of them, they don't have food to eat, they don't have money, they don't have light in their home, they don't have money to buy food stuff and put in their house. And you say you spend almost 1 billion naira for SMS to educate. And I want to ask, who are you educating in this issue of in this period of coronavirus on epidemic that we are facing as a nation? And what education are you giving them? How are you educating them? A normal hygiene that we all know, wash your hands, wear your masks or whatever. What education are you educating them that you spend 1 billion naira just for an SMS? I think you guys think that you are talking, or you are dealing with full of illiterate, full of illiterate that don't know what is obtainable in this era that we find ourselves today. Nobody is a fool. You guys have been fooling us for years, but this time around we are not ready to accept any nonsense that will come from your mouth or from your office. Now we are crying, the nation is crying, the world is crying over the disease, and you people are there sitting down embezzling the money that have been budgeted for the citizen and looking for a way to cover up this whole money. I think you guys should be stupid and thinking that Nigerians will believe you in all of your story that the office of the Accountant General got burned and the NCD spent 1 billion naira just for an SMS. Now I'm coming to Nigerian government. Nigeria has only 238 cases, and we have thousands of doctors in Nigeria, professional doctors that know what they are doing. And you people are inviting 15 specialists from China to help in tackling only 238 cases that you have. Does it mean that the Nigerian doctors that we have cannot handle this issue? Does it mean that we don't have confidence in our own doctors? When our Nigerian doctor is being respected all over the world, does it mean that we don't have confidence in our own doctors? And these same doctors are there. The federal government is owing them money. You guys have not paid their salary. And now you guys are inviting a specialist from China to come ahead in handling just 238 cases. I think Nigeria need to wake up. Even when seeing a kick against it, the federal government still went ahead to welcome them. They came in. Here in Italy, we had what happened. Before the Chinese came in here to assist them, the cases that they have here was above 1,000. And even when they came, before they came, the death rate was so low. But when they came, after like a few days or a week, the death rate, it got up to 100, 100 and above, 500, 600 and above. I think Nigeria, we have to make use of what we have. We have to appreciate what we have. This is the time for us to appreciate what we have and stop relying on foreigners. Now I see the reason why WHO said that yes, that if this disease came into Nigeria, that the inter-Africa in general, that billions or so would be lost. Why? Because we don't have a good environment, because the government have failed. The system is being corrupt. And this is one of the corruption that we are seeing in the system now. Look at our solution center they said they built in Lagos. Look at the people there. When I look at the whole picture, I see that in Nigeria we don't have any case of coronavirus. Come to Italy, you know what we are talking about coronavirus. You see how doctors are battling to save lives. You see how people are suffering in the hospital, finding it difficult to breathe. And we are there. We see with people in the center that you say you build, they are there. They don't even cover their mouth, and they are there dictating and discussing in the isolation center that you say you build. That this is where you treat the people that have this virus. I think it's high time Nigerian youth need to stand up. This is not a fight that we should live for just one person. Show already did it, they condition him. Nnamdi Kanu did it, they condition him. If we leave this issue of revolution to one person, we cannot go anywhere. But it's a thing that the whole country, the whole citizen, everybody need to come out and let us fight this fight and put an end to all this stupidity and all this corrupt leader, and put an end to all this nonsense that we are seeing in our government, in our country called Nigeria. They're all over the world, they don't respect us anymore because our leader has sold us to them. I'm tired of all this nonsense. Just like the statement that the Kanu made this morning, that what they did to Deputy Senate President Ike Kuremadu in Germany is a lesson to all Nigerian politicians. And I think that is what Nigerian politicians need. We need to start disciplining them. We need to start stowing all of them. We need to start fighting them one-on-one, irrespective of the security they put around. We know that nobody wants to lose their life, but sacrifice must be made. We are ready to make this sacrifice for our upcoming generation. And if we fail to correct this error today, remember our generation will suffer for this. If we all run away from this whole problem, our generation will also suffer for it. It is high time we put an end to all this nonsense that is happening in our country. Playing politics with this issue of pandemic, that the world is taking serious, but we are playing politics with it. Making money from it, while people are there suffering, while nations are there fighting, looking for solutions, looking for how they can deal with this issue of coronavirus. Nigerian youth, it is time for us to stand up. It is time for us to stand up and fight this fight by ourselves. Nobody's going to come from anywhere to fight. Even the Western world, they're even laughing at us. That we cannot defend our own country. We cannot fight for what rightly belongs to us as a country, as a nation. It's time for us to stand up. We are giant of Africa. We are Nigerian, full of intelligence and integrity. It's time for us to use our intelligence to fight these corrupt political leaders that call themselves our leaders. If we cannot fight them through our vote, we can fight them physically, one-on-one. Everybody have the right to protest. Nigeria has a right to call for evolution. And once we stand by it, we will achieve it. I've never seen, I will know, yes, that when someone rise or stand up to do any protest now, that the government will use our security officer, our security agent to come against that person. And the stupid security agency that we have, they don't know that this country belongs to all of us. That what we are experiencing, they themselves are experiencing. You being a security officer doesn't exclude you from this suffering and this torture that we are facing today. And they are using you to fight against your own citizens that you're supposed to protect. It is time for us to stand up, rise as a Nigeria, as a nation, and defend this country. Never allow this country to collapse. Never allow this country to break, but rather fight to make sure that with unity we stand as a Nigeria. God bless us.